And go down here in the sewers and talk to a couple people. Get the autosave, and I should maybe get experience too, I don't know. But,
Why do some people feel they could just walk up to anyone and start yapping? Shove off, mister. Don't you understand English? I said, get lost.
Don't believe her. She's just a talking head telling us what we want to hear. The VP's son is a major stockholder in Picus. Step 8, control the press.
that's pretty well true.
Hey, scientists aren't God, man. They make a mistake, it's a human being that pays.
Usually a lot
There's just some things that men shouldn't mess around with.
You got any credits to spare? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna use them to buy booze. You wouldn't begrudge a man a drink, would you?
So anyway, you can see down here that the water's electrified. I'm not gonna go down there right now because you know, going around down there, there's some guys who basically won't let you into their territory. I'm not gonna go down there right now. I'll probably get back around to it a little later. But first things first. Oops, this way. And actually, before I go that way, yeah, let me go ahead and go through here. So I pretty much have talked to everybody. Now, let me go ahead and save it here. Like I say, I may have some different things going on to some extent. Oh, hey. Well, isn't that interesting? Alright, fine. Well, I only need 2 of them. That's interesting. Where did there was 3 of them when I was in here before. Yeah, this thing's doing some really weird, random stuff. Don't quite know exactly what to say about that, but anyhow. This takes a little time, so I apologize to anybody who's impatient. Because we've got to do this one at a time, all the way across the electricity. Obviously, these aren't metal crates. One would think not. Because the switch to turn it off is on the other side. Yay, rah. You know, I will point out, too, that the idea about controlling information is pretty important, actually. It's important historically, but it's just important in general. I mean, that's one reason, of course, why in the past a lot of rulers would go around destroying books, you know, burning books or destroying them in other ways, as well as other sources of other sources of information, because that is the best way to control a population. If you can control information, then you can more easily mislead people. Poof! Okay, there we go. See, no more electricity. Now we can move. We can go splish splash through the water.
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
May I help you?
Actually, I've been told by a mutual acquaintance that it might be the other way around.
Were you followed?
So he's an alpha type, huh?
I'm a professional. I know how things work. So if we can just skip Cloak and Dagger 101.
Well, you certainly look the part. Now let's see how well you can play it.
So what is it you need?
Straight to business, a rare quality these days. Tell me, are you familiar with local gangs?
More than enough to get by.
Perfect. Now I warn you, this is not the cleanest of work, but your efforts will be well compensated. An associate of mine will leave a package for you in an alley on Grand River Road. You will retrieve this package and then use it to deal with a problem of mine. Permanently.
Who's the target?
Someone who won't be missed, I assure you. A ganger that goes by the name Double T. Hangs around in an apartment near Earl's Court. It's not likely that he'll be alone, just as it's not likely the people keeping him company will be of the pleasant sort. You can't miss him. He's got prominent and rather tasteless augmentations to his face and arms.
You're telling me you went through all this trouble to hire me, just so I can eliminate a banger?
That would be a tad overkill, I admit. No, eliminating the target with the weapon provided to you is only the first part of your assignment. Once you've dealt with Double T, I need you to sneak into Derelict Row and plant the murder weapon among the Baller's weapon stash. Unnoticed.
Kill a member of the Motor City Bangers, then plant the murder weapon in the rival gang's weapon stash. You're trying to start a war.
Hopefully.
So supposedly he's a beta type.
You're obviously a powerful man, and messing with you is probably a bad idea. I just want half the payment in advance to know I can trust you.
Don't pretend to know what I'd like to hear, my friend. I do not crave the attention of others, but I do admire your guts. Here's a gesture of goodwill.
Okay, so presumably that worked. At this point, I'm not really sure. But at any rate, you can see we're behind the police station now. Which is why, like, meandered my way back here. Come down here and talk to these guys.
That serf actually thinks augmentations are going to help mankind. There are people in this city can't afford to eat. You ask me, Seraph Industries should be trying to help people in ways that really make a difference.
I've been out on the streets a long time. Seen a lot of bad shit out here. Something nasty is going down, man.
Oh, we've heard that before.
He's got his head.
Whoa, man! That's some getup you got. What you trying to hide? You're an og, ain't you? Yeah. Well, you just stay out of D-Road, my man. You'll be fine.
So, here's the manhole cover. It goes down into the sewers. Yes, the sewer path eventually leads out this way.
By online interactive streaming, we'll stream you through and answer your questions as best we can. But don't get your panties in a bunch if you get hung up on. If we detect even the slightest suspicious fluctuation.
So, here's one of the things that can work.
They could be trying to track us, and that's why we have to create a covert website for every new stream and then shut it down immediately once the
Wait a
call's
minute.
over.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here, just me and my techie Steve in a sweaty, clammy, claustrophobic van, tossing digirads out in the trash left and right.
So this is the back entrance, actually, to the... Whoopsie. To the police station that the one guy mentioned. And this is interesting too because I have no idea what's in there. Haven't been in there. But like I said, I'm not running JC, yeah. First game. Adam to, he'll be breaking in anywhere and everywhere he possibly can. Just the opposite. He's only going to break in areas that make sense for him to break into. And I'm not going to go in this way, but this will give me the experience. Or maybe I will eventually go in this way. Depends on just where all this goes. Since I didn't do the O'Malley mission before, or side quest. So, hey, there we go. More experience. 10 praxis points and all that other fun junk. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and go back up this way to take care of a couple of the things. So, you know, again, I want to point out, though, that, you know, does this seem remotely realistic? The sewer thing, I'm actually willing to sort of forgive. There's a... I think one of the guys already said, there's a connection to the sewer. It actually is. It does have an alarm, a laser alarm system on it. So it's not completely just walk in. But, you know, if you think about it, where did Surratt get his... higher tech equipment, you know?
I've been out on the streets a long time.
I mean, I have a suspicion that somebody on the force is probably supplying at least him, maybe all the gun runners, with the equipment that is really not supposed to make its way out of the station armory. But, you know, I'm not going in to investigate that kind of stuff, and I didn't stumble on it before, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh wait, doggone it. Crap.